Bitcoin is right now consolidating for the next move, and right now we're creating a new CME gap, so I will be discussing this, the Bitcoin spot ETF flows, the liquidation heat map, the funding rates, and of course the most important charts and data points where we need to talk about right now. So without any further ado, don't forget to slap that like button once again back above 800 likes. That will be absolutely incredible. And with that being said, let me jump straight away in towards the content. So first of all, finally we can start to see what of a next pattern Bitcoin is getting created, and currently it looks to be that we're creating an upward sloping support line here from of this symmetrical triangle, and we are creating this downward sloping resist line here from the top side, and basically Bitcoin is about to be having another breakout anytime soon here. And once it does break out here, it's either going to be seeing that continuation towards the upside or either that continuation towards the downside, and that is of course the next direction where we're waiting for. If we're right now looking at Bitcoin on the immediate short term, we can clearly see we created a new Bitcoin CME gap. Currently the Bitcoin CME close price is around $52,170, so I will be expecting that over the course of this weekend Bitcoin will be hovering around this price action right here, and of course if we close below it or above it, we're going to create a CME gap, and then usually on the Monday we tend to come back towards that price. So also quickly going towards the Bitcoin ETF data, yesterday on Friday we saw a net inflow of 323 million US dollars, with once again a pretty high amount of outflow from of the Grayscale Bitcoin spot ETF. And if you want to be noting this data as first before I upload the video, make sure to follow me on Twitter. Always once the ETF data comes out, I will post it straight away on Twitter, and usually I am one of the fastest sources regarding the ETF flows. So if you want to be knowing more about that, make sure to follow me over there. Also quickly to understand guys, in the last 5 days we've seen a lot of Bitcoin flowing in towards the market. I mean more than 2 billion US dollars worth of Bitcoin was bought in the last 5 days, and that is of course additionally providing a lot of buy pressure. And even though yesterday we saw 300 million US dollars flowing in towards the market, we did not saw really clearly a breakout on Bitcoin. But what I think that has been happening is that we're clearing a lot of sell orders, and once all these sell orders are cleared indeed, we are most likely going to be shooting further on towards the upside, and we're going to be heading towards that next level for Bitcoin. But so far, honestly, if I am looking at Bitcoin just from a technical perspective, we have been going quite exponential, and usually if you're going to be consolidating after an exponential rally on the top side, it usually means that you're going to be having a drop off, because that is the point where momentum is dying off on the market. But you can clearly see right now, for what is it, the past 3 to 4 days, Bitcoin has been just going sideways, and it's very boring in my opinion. First we were seeing Bitcoin going absolutely exponential, and now it has been going sideways for such a long time. Maybe we're going to create another leg towards the upside, but what we will be looking at is this consolidation phase right here. If we're going to be seeing another breakout towards the upside, then most likely we're going to see another push higher, and if not, we're going to be of course looking for some lower targets at Bitcoin. I mean, looking at the liquidation heat map, first there was a lot of liquidity being built up on the lower side, but currently if we're looking, the majority of the liquidity is actually being built up above us. So things are changing very rapidly in this market, and currently we can see that more than $1 billion US dollars in Bitcoin short positions will be getting liquidated if Bitcoin breaks above that 52.9k level. So honestly, I won't be surprised that Bitcoin is going to see another push up before potentially even going lower, or before potentially having that next move towards the upside. I mean, while this is all happening, the funding rates are still positive, what means that the majority of the traders are actually longing the market, and due to that there is indeed some more risk in the market for a potential cool-off period. But right now, since the liquidity is once again being built up above us, I won't be surprised that we are once again going to see Bitcoin take out the liquidity on the top side and then potentially move down, or then potentially see that next move towards the upside. Right now I'm going to keep all my eyes at this consolidation phase, and once we see a clear breakout of this pattern, then I'm going to start to see what the next move is going to be for Bitcoin. And of course as well, I will be looking at the range low for Bitcoin and the range high, and if we confirm a break above either of these ranges, that is going to really confirm also the clear direction where Bitcoin is heading towards, because if we break out, get rejected from the range, and potentially have a fake out, we could still move down here. But if we break out, break above the range high, and then see that continuation, then I think it's a valid move, and we will most likely continue to move even further on towards the upside. So yes, I am looking to be trading this move as well here, but for now on, I am still waiting on the sidelines. I'm waiting for a good opportunity, because yes, I I am doing copy trading, and you could be joining me as well. And if I were to be opening up a trade, I want to be having the least amount of risk as possible. So if you want to be joining me, make sure to go to Deepcoin in the link description down below. Deepcoin is an exchange where you can trade without KYC, without VPN, and there are no restrictions. And you are getting a $200 deposit bonus after you sign up an account using the link below. And on top of that, you could copy trade a lot of these other traders that are actually doing a great job here. So if you're interested, check out the link in the description of today's video. But going further in towards the content, we do also know Bitcoin broke out of the bullish megaphone pattern, and so far we've not seen a retest yet. But if we potentially see a retest, this would also be a potential opportunity for Bitcoin to head higher. And what I also want to be pointing out here, I mean, you can clearly see Bitcoin has seen a significant uptick in price in this entire year. But if we're literally looking at the data from the quarterly retail trading volume from Coinbase, we can literally see that trading volume is not even spiking yet here. In Q4, it was just as high as Q2 2022. It was only 60% while we were doing it in the second quarter of 2022. So, and if you're literally comparing it towards Q4 2021, where we did 177 billion US dollars in volume on Coinbase, now it's only 29 billion. So there is so much more to come, and retail FOMO is here. Not yet, but once it does come, that is the point where Bitcoin will absolutely go exponential. But I can guarantee you, at this point, we're not seeing retail FOMO yet here. We're still just seeing a very small appetizer for what is about to be coming. So this is the time to prepare. This is not the time to get fooled. And honestly, if we're looking at the weekly time frame, the weekly candle is about to close on 1 day and 19 hours. And if Bitcoin confirms the candle above the 0.65 and above the 0.618, we are literally confirming the breakout above the most important weekly resistance. And that would definitely make this breakout legit, because yeah, maybe potentially we're still going to see a drop over the course of the weekend, and then we're going to get a fake out. But if this candle closes like this, we are having an official breakout above the 0.65 on the Fibonacci. And I said this several times before, if we confirm the breakout above this level, I would honestly expect that new altcoins are going to come very quickly. So is that the scenario where I'm looking at? I think that could be potentially happening. So we'll keep my eyes wide open on the weekly candle close, because if we close it over here, I will definitely get extremely bullish on the weekly candles on Bitcoin right there. So the weekly time frame, I mean, I just can't still, I'm in a little bit of a disbelief phase that Bitcoin is actually pushing up towards new all-time highs while we're still the pre-halving phase. So the halving is not even here yet, but still already Bitcoin is pushing up towards new all-time highs. So I'm honestly a little bit amazed by this, and you should not get fooled here, because usually before, in this stage where we're currently in, we tend to see a big correction around the halving. That is at least what we have seen every single time so far in the last 3 halving cycles. This is the 4th halving. Maybe it's going to be different this time with these ETFs around, but honestly, if we literally will be pushing up towards new all-time highs before halving, it would be actually something quite unusual, and it would be something quite special. And honestly, to be very clear, I won't be expecting that is actually going to be happening, but if it were to be happening, I would definitely embrace it with both hands. So Ethereum right now as well is breaking above this very critical level of resistance, and I pointed out that Ethereum history is repeating. You can clearly see it here. Back in 2020, we broke outside of this ascending triangle, retested it, and then it went exponential, and then boom, right now we break outside of the ascending triangle, we retested, and right now we're also going exponential. So this is the time to, of course, prepare yourself also for the next Ethereum move. The Ethereum ETF is coming in May 2024, and I see no one talking about it yet here. So if you want to be early to a hype, I think that Ethereum is going to be a massive hype, especially with the ETF coming up here in May. So this is the time to prepare yourself. This is not the time to get necessarily fooled. So this was it for me in today's update video. I truly hope you did learn something from it. If you did so, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys back tomorrow with another update video. Peace out. Goodbye.